Welcome back, everyone, to the NBA 2K24 Pittsburgh Force MyNBA Expansion Series. Following the Force here in year number 3 with the finale coming up right here, the year 3 finale. Before I begin, if you guys did not watch that USA versus Serbia Olympic semifinal game, you got to go back and watch that. That was one of the most exhilarating games I've ever watched. Go watch that game back. It was amazing. Go USA. Here we are, though. First in the conference on a huge 11-game win streak. And we have now retaken first place in the Eastern Conference. And things are looking up for this team ever since we changed the playbook to the Nuggets playbook. It's going to be our final change going into this finale. We're going to play against the Bucks here, who have lost a lot of their last couple of games. They have lost quite a lot in the last couple of weeks. Now we have 6 straight games to close the year against Western Conference opponents. So we are on our way to hopefully securing the 1 seed after missing the playoffs entirely in the first 2 seasons. Let's dive in. Milwaukee is a very poor 2-8 in their last 10 games. They are led by coach Nick Nurse. And on the roster, they've got guys like Malcolm Montgomery, Jaden Ivey, Peter Leonard, who has played very well against both us and against the Neptunes when we were back in Virginia Beach a couple years ago. Chris Murray's on this team now, James Wiseman. Their roster does not look as good as you would expect them to with a record just over 500, but they are here. They are not an easy team to beat, given by their conference rank, and they're our last conference opponent here in year number 3. Let's go right into it and to see if we can win this game and close this year as strong as we have played this last month of the season. Let's go. We've got a fully healthy team here today at the Fiserv Forum with Wilson Towns, Jimmy Thomas, Clint Hardy, Dustin Person, and Homer Castro rounding out our starting 5. You see their starting 5 right here as we get the player intros for the home team. We got James Wiseman playing at center today for Milwaukee. Not sure if it's their last conference game. It's probably not, but it definitely is for us. Here's Chris Murray, played for the Neptunes. We were there for a short stint or 2. He's played for the Pistons since then, and now he's here with the Bucks. Then you got Malcolm Montgomery, a guy who I'm not really too familiar with, but he's been here for a couple of years now and is their starting point guard, I guess, at a 76 overall. And then Peter Leonard used to play for the Kings, and when he did, he gave the Neptunes problems. Now he's here with the Bucks, wearing number 24 at the 3 spots. And their final starter is going to be the star of this team, Jaden Ivey, after playing, I want to say, alongside Jason Tatum somewhere else for a little bit. I think he was on, God, what team was it? Maybe it wasn't Tatum, but regardless, he was on a team way back when that was a dangerous squad, also in the Eastern Conference, but now he's not. He's over here. Last 10 games for Dustin Person has really been way better on this win streak, and that's got to be one reason why we have won this many games in a row. And tip-off in Milwaukee is won by James Wiseman. Here we go on the road. The first shot here in this game will be for James Wiseman, coasting in for a monster 2-handed flush. And that will open the scoring here in Milwaukee. Out of the corner, it's Jimmy Thomas. He drives inside, spins, fires, and it's blocked, but Castro misses the putback. He has got to work on those. Clearly his inside scoring still not where it needs to be, I think. Got to put those ones in. We saw him miss a couple of those putbacks last episode, too. Now there's a mismatch inside for Wiseman. He's 2 for 2. Off the screen, Towns hesitates, fires, and nails his first shot. Screen set by Wiseman. Ivey pulls the trigger and nails it from behind the arc. They're coming off a loss against Boston, but Ivey put up 30 points on 9 for 22 shooting. Thomas cuts inside. The teardrop is up and in on the move. I gotta say, last episode, again, despite us missing so many open looks, we got open looks. If we would have shot better in that game, on those open shots, we would have put up like 120 or more with a lot of missed open threes. But this team can knock him down. Now we have seen some defensive problems guarding pick and rolls, and it's continuing here in Milwaukee. Thomas has it jarred loose, gets it back, and finds Towns top of the key. Another one of those missed open shots. Top of the key again. Hardy, or Ivy, excuse me, no good. Oh, Towns just put Ivy on skates. Person fires off the glass. He got it back for two. Montgomery left inside. Blocked this time by Castro. He thought he had a chance. Harvey with the Euro step all the way to 10. He got it to go. Shot clock under 5. 1-on-1. Montgomery misses at the rim. Solid defense right there on the ball by Wilson Towns. Catch and shoot. It's Jimmy Thomas putting us on top. We double Wiseman for some reason. Ivy pumps and fires and hits again. He's got 5. They literally have the college hoops like 2K8 or whatever chants in this game with the crowd chanting defense, defense, defense. It just sounds bad. Not sure what's going on here with the audio, but it's not good here in Wisconsin. Tied at 11. Wiseman leaves it for a Montgomery. His triple in and out. Person fakes out Wiseman, but can't nail the triple. He was one of the guys to miss a couple of those open looks in our last game. Hoping for a different story the rest of the way. Inside feed, bobbled by Ivy and out of bounds. It goes to the Force. And look at the blocks per game by Pittsburgh. Since the All-Star break, 6.6 per game to lead the league easily. That's pretty good inside defense, but we did see, as I said last episode, we saw either great defense with those blocks or bad defense like with those pick and rolls. Gotta find some middle ground there and just get better overall. Screen comes over, or no, it's not a screen, it's a handoff to Person, who gives us a 2-point lead. Peter Leonard catch and shoots. No good. Person pulls down the miss. Well, pick and pop set up. Towns will keep it himself. That one just misses. He's coming off a 26-point game against the Knicks on 10 for 15 shooting, hoping for a similar performance here in this one. Here's Leonard. The pull-up jumper drops in this time. In come Jesse Park and Mark Law for the Pittsburgh Force. Park has it knocked away and stolen by Malcolm Montgomery. Pick and roll, set up. Wiseman almost got the and one. By the way, I have yet to hear like any of these like arena sounds. You know how like when guys miss a free throw or there's like music playing? There's just none of that here in the Fiserv Forum for some reason. Not really sure why. AJ Griffin checks in as Wiseman splits the free throws and puts Milwaukee back in front. Inside feed, Griffin has positioning, but left that one short somehow. Marshall gets credit for the stop. Up to Wiseman. He can't finish over Law, who pulls down the miss. Person coasting inside and fouled hard by Wiseman. That's the first one caught against the Bucks here in this game. The front end drops in. Person coming off a pretty solid performance in our last showcase game, hoping again for another good one here as he's been hot these last 10. Corner screen set up. Wiseman dumped inside and poked away by Griffin, right to his teammate Jesse Park. Towns penetrates and got the finish with the foul. That goes against Montgomery. The and one is incomplete as Towns misses the free throw attempt. Marshall hands it off. Peterson, the bald man, left it short. Park trying to find some space. Instead, he finds a good pass to Lowe, who readjusts at the rim and finishes for two. Poked away and almost stolen. It stays with the Bucks, and Montgomery's left open in the corner, but cannot knock it down. 3 to play here in the first quarter. Pittsburgh trying to increase their lead to close it, with Cal Malone at the scores table as of right now. Screen from Person. Towns back to him. He's got some space. Kaboom! Ivy's back in. He finds Marshall for the triple, but they have gone cold offensively. They can't respond. An 8-point lead for the Force here. Step back, triple. Just off from Jesse Park, but I like the attempt right there. That's a pretty good shot. Marshall gets back online. Elvin Harrison checks in for the first time here in this one. Malone also out there. Thomas with room, and he's wide open for the bucket. All right, if we can get him hot, unlike our last game, then... Actually, I guess he was pretty good last game. It was the game prior to that where he was not very good. Downhill, back out. This is Cross in the corner with the triple. In the corner, it's Malone, a foot inside the arc with the mid-range jump shot. Marshall, back out. Henderson, catch and shoots. Back-to-back trays for Milwaukee. Thomas, stutter steps back out to Harrison. Almost got the 4-point play. He's got 3 charity stripe shots instead. Gotta knock him down. The first one is good. Number 2, perfect. Can it go 3 for 3? Harrison, money. A foot inside the arc. Serp cannot get that one to drop in. The Force lead by 6. 5 seconds between the shot and game clocks here to close the first quarter. Off the screen, Harrison, baseline, back to Malone for the easy deuce. And the Force have 31 first quarter points. That is much more like it, guys. This is what I want from this playbook and this offense. O'Connor cannot get them back within 5. It's 31-23 after 12. Pretty good start here on the road.
The visiting team, 31.
Here we go in the second quarter, guys. Wilson Towns back in the game alongside Castro, Hardy, Malone, and Jimmy Thomas. Can we get our lead increased to 9 or 10 perhaps? I guess 10 or 11. I think we're on our way. Shooting foul drawn by Thomas. A 90% free throw shooter this season. Only behind AJ Griffin. And he knocks him down. In the corner, more space for Henderson. He's 2 for 2 from the fields. We have left these guys wide open a couple of times, just helping too much on defense, and that's pretty much kept them in this game so far. Clint Hardy, a couple of dribble moves, and Leonard fails to contest the layup attempts. I'll take it. Up ahead and stolen by Malone. Towns attacks and is too strong off the window. And stolen right back. It's a fast break, 1-on-2. Malone comes down the middle and gets fouled from behind.
Second team foul. At the line for the away team.
Couple of TOs here to open the quarter by Milwaukee will give us a chance to jump up again by double digits. Already 9 to 10 free throw attempts for the Force, and we have hit all but one of them. Inside feed, almost stolen. Leonard back out. Marshall fakes a spin and is fouled on the way to the rim. That one comes against the 2-guard, Jimmy Thomas. The Force, by the way, are third in the entire league in terms of field goal percent, only behind the Spurs and Sonics, with the Knicks close behind us in fourth. Got to keep tabs on that as we approach the end of the season. Marshall splits the free throws. Hardy finds Castro. Oh, I guess he finds a defender instead. Peterson picks up the steal. Leonard steps back and nails it. Couple of screens set up off ball. It's Thomas, catch and shoots. Back online again. He's off to a pretty good start here. Going to work inside and fouled is Peterson. That's the first against Tomer Castro. First one drops in for him. And the back end is no good. Catch and shoot. It's Clint Hardy. Surprised he missed it. Usually he's good for those wide open threes. It's fed back inside. The fadeaway is good from Serb. They are 5th in the league in assists per game. They've already got 10 of their 30 average. Timeout Pittsburgh up by 7. Inside feed, it's Hardy readjusting at the rim for the inside deuce. Nice pass inside. Peterson gets behind Castro. He has not done a great job on defense on these pick and rolls for the most part. Had that one block earlier, but besides that, has allowed like 3 or 4 different dunks already. Lob for Malone, but he misses the tip-in. You got to finish those. Marshall, the baseline pull-up, tipped up and out. Pull-up jump shot behind the arc, bullseye for Wilson Towns. Pittsburgh back up by 10 with Griffin in person back at the scorers table. That inside, tough shots, rimming out for Peterson. Another try for Towns. 2 in a row.
3 points.
Pass back, and that's going to be a foul again on Homer. Back at the line for 2 is Peterson. He missed one of his first 2. The Bucks missed 3 of their first 6. But this time, both are good. Screen set by Person. Harrison back to him. He sets up, but can't knock it down. I feel like next year he'll be a whole lot more efficient from behind the arc. He's still been great this season, but has missed a couple of wide open looks in this game and our last game. Leonard puts in a deuce on the other end. Harrison downhill with the tough finish. Behind the arc. Catch and shoot 3 for Peter Leonard. Park trying to answer back, and he nails it. What a play by the rookie. High ball screen sets. Bounce back to Peterson. Another foul drawn by him. They are 1 away from putting themselves in the bonus the rest of the first half. Front end. Rattles out for Alexi. The back end is in there. Catch and shoot. Mid-range jumper also off for Person. Not really shooting too well here in this game. Now they're pick and roll. They keep going back to it, and it keeps on working. Gonna give Person one more shot here. A foot inside the arc. That one also is out. Leonard up ahead, stolen. Park cuts off the pass. Fast break, Griffin all alone with a 2-handed finish. Ivy just completely fooled Park there on the off-ball screen. The shot is up and good. It's 54-46. The offense has slowed down these last couple of minutes, but it's really been way better overall in this half as we almost give it right back. But it stays with the Force. Park at the rim. Too much. Inside to Peterson. He misses the flip up, but got it back. And they have cut our lead down to 6. Peterson having quite a first half here, scoring inside and drawing fouls. Up ahead. That's a great feed by Harrison. The spin move. And the shot's too much on it, but Peterson comes in. But again, they can't finish at the hoop. Back-to-back misses just 1 foot away. And a 3 to play here in the half. Person, little shake and bake, and once again the jump shots just are not falling for him right now. Got to get him some close-range looks until he gets back on track. The one-legger is open, good from Montgomery. Catch and shoot, it's Park with the mid-range jump shots. Off the corner screen. Pull up. Good again from Malcolm Montgomery, what a shot. Quick 3 off the screen. Harrison knocks it down. It's 61-52. Got to be one of her better scoring outputs in one half all year long in a showcase game. Maybe all 3 years. Very solid first half with still 96 seconds left to go. Downhill. Pull up again. Montgomery no good, but Wiseman gets blocked on the putback attempt by Homer Catcher. What a rebound after the failed box out. Here's Harrison shrugging off Montgomery. He's been great here in the first half. Very impressed by him after we talked a lot about not giving him the contract extension last episode and thought about, is he the right guy to play point guard for us off the bench? He's trying to show us why he is. Here's Wiseman. Little pump fake. Backing down Castro, going right into the layup, but he left it short. Let's finish this first half strong, fellas. Inside, Person readjusting to make the catch, and he puts it in for 2. He's been solid when he's in within like 10 feet. We have maybe our biggest lead so far in the game at 13. Ivy pulls the trigger, but can't knock it down. We've got one more chance here to add some more points to our cushion. Who do we go to here? It's Person with the triple, finally getting one to drop. A contested shot, no less. And Milwaukee trails by 16 points at the break. Gotta be our best first half all year long. Very impressed.
The away team, 68.
A 58% shooting half. But we have not seen that all year long from this squad. Here's Person right to the rack to make it an 18-point deficit here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. This is how you close a year with a win like this, but still a lot of basketball left. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. And by the way, Wilson Towns did not start the second half for some reason. Harrison did, but now Towns will check in here at the next dead ball, I guess. Pretty weird idea there from Antonio Temple, our head coach, but you know what? If it works, I gotta respect it. Behind the arc, it's Ivy. He knew that one was gonna drop in. He was just ready for it to go through the nets. It's back to 15. Corner screen set up. Thomas tries again. This time he drills it. Montgomery has it knocked away. But Wiseman cleans things up. Now he gets the feed inside with Castro looking the other way. Third chance behind the arc. There's the Archangel. He's got 17 points already after a great first half shooting-wise. He's already 2 for 3 here in the third quarter. Leonard passed it up. The three will drop it anyways for Milwaukee, thanks to Chris Murray. Thomas gets the feed and drives inside and draws the shooting foul. First against Jaden Ivey. I'm having some good fun here already, guys. If we can play like this come playoff time, we might be a true #1 seed, actually, after a lot of question marks for the better part of this entire season. Inside, Wiseman all over Castro again. He keeps getting behind our defense. Castro's got to work on these pick and rolls, man. He has not been good staying with his man on these picks. Here's a play being set up. It's Thomas. 3 for 4 behind the arc to open the quarter. He's got 11 since halftime. It's a 19-point game as Leonard lets it fly but can't stick it. Person boxes out for the board. If we end up blowing these guys out here soon, which we kind of are right now, up by 19 points, I will probably try and get us into a couple of close fourth quarter games to close the year as Towns will put us up by 21. Pick and roll set up. Better defense until the foul by Castro. It's number 3 on him. Wiseman so far getting the best of him in this one, but has not made that much of a difference so far. The free throws are splits. Step back jump shot. Towns 2 for 2 here in the quarter. And 6 for 9 from the field. Nobody has shot really poorly for us. I mean, Person has not hit his jump shots, but he has definitely scored well overall, shooting like, I want to say like 45%. Is not too bad. The step back. Oh, you can't call a foul there, ref. That is a block. Give me a break. They're trying to get their home team back in this game. I don't appreciate it. The first 2 free throws drop in for Murray. And the back end is too strong. Open look. Towns almost got it to go. He's been good from 3 here in this one. Montgomery finds Ivy on the backdoor cuts. Stutter step and Towns with a tough one-hander over Montgomery. Now up to 64% shooting with 16 points and only 18 minutes of action. He's been scoring at will. Leonard gets behind Hardy and finishes. Backdoor cut. That's Person right down the lane. And a great feed by Towns to make it 89-69. The Force shooting 34 for 56. Very impressed. Half the quarter left to play. That pass is knocked away by a Person, stolen by Jimmy Thomas. Hardy fires in the corner. That one just barely rims out. We'll stay in for a little bit longer. Might jump in for the fourth quarter if things look kind of interesting, or just to see the team cap off a great offensive day if we can keep things up here. But still a lot of time left to go. Screen set up. Marshall has to shoot. No good. All the way to the rim. Thomas just blows by the defense, in for 2. Over the top feed. That's James Wiseman with the jam. He's got 14. Time winding down for the Force. Here's A.J. Griffin. Almost got that one to drop in. It's 3 free throws instead. That is the second 3-point foul against Milwaukee here in this one. Once again, it's on a guy that's not going to miss his free throws. This is AJ Griffin, who has not missed a free throw in like over a month of game time. He's been fantastic. And he finally draws a foul. Screen set up by Murray. Henderson hands it off to him, but it's covered well that time. Shot clock under 5. Murray coasting inside with the tough lay-in. We've already got 94 points. Make it 96. Person left alone inside the paint. Right now we can jump ahead. Under 2 to play. Do you believe this score? 134 for the Force, 107 for Milwaukee. Yeah, I think this team is about ready for some playoff action, guys. Are you? Thomas, the pull-up, and the buckets. A 29-point lead here, shooting 59%. Thomas doubled. Castro tries a 3. Money! Let's go. Give us more of this, Homer. Come on, man. Make that 12 wins in a row for the Pittsburgh Force. We are the hottest team in basketball. 139-114, your final score. A dominant victory here on the road in our final conference matchup. We got 6 games left to clinch the 1 seed. Let's go and do it. Our lowest scoring quarter was the first quarter, dropping 31. It was uphill from there. 25 for Wiseman in this one. That was the only problem I had in this game, was the defense inside on those pick and rolls. Because Wiseman had way too many good looks. He goes 10 for 15. But we get 33 from Jimmy Thomas, 28 and 9 from Towns, 26 and 8 from Dustin Person, and 12 and 10 off the bench for Melvin Harrison. Everybody stepped up. Only guy who shot poorly was Castro, going 1 for 5, but I can't really complain about him. We take it, shooting 60% from the field. They shot better from behind the arc than we did, but we still come out on top. We boxed out well for the most part. Had only 6 TOs, picked up 6 TOs and 3 blocks. What a win. Now we have 6 games left. Can anybody stop the Force? Let's find out if the Suns will break the win streak. Well, they got off to a hot start there in the first quarter. We bounced back and now lead, or I guess we're leading for a little bit. They jump back in front here in the third quarter. Might be in store for a close game here. The Force with a strong fourth quarter. And we're going back and forth here. Down by 1. 2:50 left to play. Let's watch the rest. Can we keep the wins coming? The Suns have it up by 1. We're back at home. Under 3 to go. Step back jumper offline from Scoots. Screen set up. Towns trying to work his way inside, but he lost his dribble. Person out to Hardy. Shot clock winding down. Towns will do it himself. Tough shot off the glass. Pittsburgh leads by 1. Kelly Hunter hands it off. Scoot misses once again. Towns to Castro. He's got a lane. The floater is left short, but he gets it back. And he's blocked on the second attempt. We got a mismatch here, too. We got Castro guarding Henderson. Watkins for 3. No good. And Castro comes in for the rebounds. Under 90 seconds left to play here at home. Thomas gets the feed. The tough shot won't drop in. Really good defense these last couple trips down by Phoenix. Got to lock in here to close this game and keep this win streak alive. It's going to be a bad screen by Hunter. Thomas all the way to the rim, slipping by his defender all the way to the 10. And that gives the Force a 3-point cushion. Hunter fouled on the other end. Great pass by Scoot Henderson. That's going to put the injured Hunter at the line. First free throw, no good, off the back iron and out. He's got to knock this one down, and he does. Screen set by Castro. The Towns three won't go. Now Phoenix has the chance to tie or take the lead. Henderson shakes off Towns and missed again, but Dusty Taylor scoops it up. And this time, Scoot finishes the play. We're tied at 93. Fans on their feet here in PPG Paints Arena, looking to get the 13th straight win for the Force. 4 seconds separate the shot and game clock. We're going to try and drain it as much as possible. Thomas will do it himself. Soft touch. Pittsburgh by 2. 9.6 on the clock. Thomas does it once again. He made a very similar play last episode to clinch the victory. Has he done it once more? Henderson has a screen to tie it up. It's no good. Pittsburgh makes it 13 straight. Nobody can stop us. 5 games remain on our schedule. Can we keep it going all the way? Let's go find out. We come back in the fourth quarter thanks to our best defensive play and our best defensive quarter of the night, holding into 16 points. Towns drops 20. Castro pulls down 18 boards. A huge bounce back day for him. Henderson drops 23 but missed 4 of his last 5 shot attempts. And that is why Phoenix falls here in this one. Now we got 2 really tough games against the top 2 seeds in the Western Conference. Will these games be any different? We're going for win number 14 here. Back and forth first quarter. The Sonics will take a lead here in the second, leading by double digits. And it looks like they might hold on to win. Fourth quarter. Yeah, we're not going to come back here. It's going to come to an end. The win streak ends here on the road in Seattle, 121-108. Behind 21 points for Kyle Walton, a fourth-year player. Blair drops 10. Frank Perry drops 11. 23 for Towns, and 1 assist shy of a triple-double for Dustin Person. But Clint Hardy has one of his worst days of the entire year, going 1 for 10, and we lose. Probably because of that. Let's start a new win streak to close the year, though, guys. Got another tough game here against the 1 seed over in the opposite conference. And right now, we have a 1-game lead only over New York. They have tried to keep pace with us, and so far, it's kind of worked. What happens here against San Antonio? Will it be another photo finish or a victory or a loss? Could be either one. Another good second quarter by the opponents. It's a back and forth game. We're pulling away here in the fourth quarter with a great start. Under 4 to go, and they are out of time. The Pittsburgh Force take it by 20. A huge, huge game. Thanks to 10 assists by Person, 19 points for Hardy, bouncing back to lead the way. We had 7 players that score in double figures, and a lot of guys pick up rebounds to get us to 53 on the night, plus 8 total blocks by the team. We have been, as we saw, the best defensive team in blocks per game the last month of the season. Wembanyama drops 27, but nobody else really scores too well. Chapman and Tavares go 0 from the fields, and we take it to get back in the win column. We've got games against the Thunder, the Jazz, and the Clippers to close our season. 2 of those come on the road. Let's find out what happens. Oklahoma City. hosting us here in this one. Decent start for Pittsburgh, holding on to a slim lead. Third quarter, Thunder trying to climb back in, but we stave them off. Now up to like a 10 or 12 point lead. Fourth quarter coming down to it, and we're going to hold on to win in this one. We take it 114 to 102. Back-to-back wins. 17 for SGA, 16 for Holmgren, but 21 for Wilson Towns. Hardy with 15. This time we get 8 different players in double figures. Person and Castro with 2 nice double-doubles despite poor shooting from the big man. And now we have a game against the Jazz. We should win this game. They have been terrible all year long. One of the worst teams here in the NBA. But you cannot underestimate your opponents. You gotta fight. Can we fight through some Wilson Towns fatigue and close the year strong? We're making this game hard on us for sure. Third quarter goes their way for the most part, and they take a lead in the fourth quarter. Force back in front. This game's going to be kind of a nail-biter, I think. We're going to have to watch the rest. Unless they outscore us the rest of the way, it's 96 to 90. And they're going to upset us here, I think. Unless we can make a comeback. There's 17 seconds left. I'm not sure who has the ball, but let's go watch and see if we can maybe get like a game-winning shot here. It's 101 to 100. Utah has the ball. We're going to have to foul here. Wilson Towns will do it himself. It's free throws for Stojic, who does not often miss. So we're going to have to force overtime with the 3 here to avoid this upset. 2 for 2 at the line. We use our last timeout. All right, who is the play drawn up for here? You got to go for a 3 to force overtime. Towns will drive instead. He misses the layup. That was not a smart shot. And with Matthew Rhodes' free throws, this game is going to be out of reach for Pittsburgh. And we're going to drop the game unless he goes 0 for 2. The front end won't go. The back end is also out. Oh, we had one more timeout, I guess. We got one more chance to force OT. It's got to be a 3 this time, guys. Especially you, Towns. It's Thomas in the corner. Oh, he got it to tie it up. This guy has ice in his veins. No timeouts for Utah. Stojic for the win. It's no good. We're going to overtime. Jimmy Thomas nails. Thank you, Matthew Rhodes, for those 2 missed free throws to keep this game alive. Overtime here in this Delta Center matchup. Can we avoid the upset here on the road? Here's Person. Open look. Force on top. In the corner left open. It's Walton with the triple. For the lead, it's Thomas with the close range finish. Man, he's been great this episode, huh? Downhill, Stojic gets by Towns and hits the pull-up. We're trading leads here in overtime. 3 minutes to go. In the paint, fading away. Not this time for Thomas. In the corner, Matthew Rhodes trying to work on an undersized defender, and it's stolen by Thomas. We got numbers. We slow things down, though. Hardy must have fouled out because Griffin has played the entire overtime period plus the 4th, and he's going to give it right back to Utah. I guess not. Clint Hardy's back in as I say that. All right, here we go. Walton draws the foul on Person and can make it a 3-point game here. He's got 38. He's cooking us. MVP chance for a guy that is on a team that has like 27 wins. But they're about to beat us. Corner screen set up. It's Thomas with an ocean of space, but this time he can't knock it down. Oh, that one's got to go. Just when I sung his praises a couple plays ago, he misses 2 back-to-back shots. Stojic to Walton. Now Okoro. Time winding down. He's going to have to shoot this. And it's no good. Towns pulls it down. Up to Castro. Fast break. 3. Oh, man. Back-to-back open threes. Not dropping in for the Force. Our bread and butter does not work here on these last couple trips. Need one more stop to give ourselves a chance to tie things up. Stojic backing down Towns. Bonner, a tough contested shot. Great defense by Person. Someone's got to knock a shot down. Thomas hands it off. Castro puts it back to 1. Fans on their feet. Okoro coasting inside. Blocked by Person. Great help defense. Can we put ourselves in front? Hardy fires a 3 and silences the crowd. 112 to 110. Now we need some defense. 0.3 seconds separate the shot and game clock. A stop here is crucial. Stojic downhill, left for Rhodes. He does not pull the trigger from downtown. And it's turned over. Thomas cuts it off. No shortage of clutch plays by the Force in this episode, or by him alone. We're going to have free throws. It's going to be for Wilson Towns with 9.6 on the clock. Can he give us a 4-point lead? The front end is good. The back end, good. Wilson Towns, clutch at the line. And barring some insane 4-point play, oh my, Walton! 1-point game, it's not over. There's life in the Jazz. We're going to inbound it to Thomas, just who you want at the line in crunch time. I'm betting he goes 2 for 2. If not, I'm going to cry myself to sleep. If we lose especially. He misses the back end. Utah's got no timeouts. Stojic almost got it. But the Force come back and hang on to win. Some absolutely huge plays to close both the fourth and overtime periods. 3 straight wins with 1 game left. This team has become so much fun in the blink of an eye. Despite 43 for Dion Walton, the Force hang on. Hardy at 29 points and essentially the game-winning 3. 11 for 21 from the fields. Thomas, the game-stealing steal as well. I mean, Towns, 1 board shy of a triple-double. Big plays. 1 game left, and we have not yet secured the 1 seed unless the Knicks lose this game and we have the tiebreaker. Not sure when they play. They have not played yet. They are 0.5 games back. We have to win this last game. Despite only missing 1 of our last 17 or so. When do they play? Have I already gone over it? I'm not entirely sure. I wasn't looking. But it looks like they're going to play before we do, I think. We play against the Clippers. Their game comes against... Where is their game? I guess they've already played their last game. But we have to win. If we don't win, the Knicks actually have the tiebreaker and will win the 1 seed. So this game matters a lot here against the Clippers. How do we close our year? Is it going to come down to the wire once again? Or can the Force make things look easy going into the playoffs? We're off to a really good start, leading by more than 20 points entering the second half. And the Clippers cannot fight back. We're going to win the game by a country mile. 131-109. Jimmy Thomas drops 33. Towns 22, 7 and 7. Person a double-double. Castro a double-double. 15 for Law off the bench. And we have just secured the number 1 seed. Do you believe it? Wembanyama wins MVP. Daniel Grant wins Rookie of the Year. Chester Pollard, 6-man. Depoy goes to Chet Holmgren. Sammy Phillips, 27 points per game, wins Most Improved Player, while Quincy Gill wins Clutch Player of the Year with the Lakers. Jake Thomas of the Sonics wins Coach of the Year, not Antonio Temple. And Aaron Phillips of the Spurs wins Executive of the Season as well. And those are your 2035 NBA awards. And now for the All-NBA teams. Wemby, Sammy Phillips, Carroll, Cunningham, Fleming round out your first team. Mac Boyd ends up on the second team alongside Henderson, Jerome Vaughn, and 2 Warriors, AC Cole and Junior Buford, who we tried to acquire in that last offseason. Third team, you got Quincy Gill, McGee, Morant, Ball, and Josh Giddey. All defensive first team, Fleming, Edwards, Mobley, Bailey, Chet. All defensive second team, you got Wemby, Person makes it. Oh, let's go, dude. That is huge. To make an all-team selection with only 4 badges, 23 years old. I mean, he was racking up blocks every single episode. Mac Boyd also makes it. Cason Wallace, AC Cole, all-rookie first team. Grant, Morrison, Novak, Paul, Francis. Second team, you got Nunez, Goodrich, Stevens, Young, and Tavares. But the Pittsburgh Force are the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, beating out the Knicks by a single game. We had to win that last game, Game 82, and we did just that in fantastic fashion. We are the hottest team in basketball. We'll take that 4-game win streak into the playoffs, and we will be facing the Milwaukee Bucks. It's a rematch of the game we just watched, the game that we just watched in a blowout. Can we do it again and hopefully make our way to the second round and the conference championship series? The Neptunes make it as the 7th seed out of the play-in tournament. They won their game against the Bucks. The Bucks then won against Philadelphia to make it as the 8th seed. So they will face the Knicks as the 2. Orlando faces Chicago, the 3 and 6. The 4 goes to Washington. They will face the 5 seed Hawks. Over in the Western Conference, the Sonics actually overtake the Spurs in the last couple of games to take the 1 seed. They'll face the Pelicans. Portland will face the Nuggets as the 5. And Dallas will face the Lakers in a 3 and 6 matchup. The Clippers come out of the play-in tournament despite their loss against us. As the 7th seed, they will face the Spurs. And that is your playoff bracket. A huge, huge way to close out this year. This team, I think, is ready for the playoffs for the very first time. It's year 3, and I am very excited for the future with this squad, with our first playoff appearance in this new chapter. 22, 5, and around 4 assists per game for Jimmy Thomas. 49% from the fields, 42 behind the arc. Towns goes 36 from downtown, about what you would expect after a very strong start for 3. He's kind of dropped off the map there, but both guys play all 82 games. They start every one of them. Wilson Towns, 19, 5, and 7, and shot 47% from the field if you round up. Person, 16, 9, and 5. He played all but 2 games, 49% from the field and 39/40 from downtown. Homer Castro, 47% from the field, 12.4 points, 9 rebounds. Griffin, 11 points on 50% shooting. Hardy, 11 on 45. Both guys were battling all year long for that starting 3-guard spot. I think we have our future starting 3-guard or three-spot starter with Clint Hardy. I think he's played well. I think he has not taken away shots from other players, but he has taken smart shots only almost all year long. Mark Law has been great off the bench, shooting 52%, 8 rebounds a game, just below 8 points per game. Harrison shot well. Park shot well here in his rookie year and played every game. Malone was solid for us. And really, no complaints. I thought that we were great these last 2 or so months. We closed the year strong. We end up getting Jimmy Thomas in person, then Towns and Castro as the 4 highest game scores. EWA leader goes to Jimmy Thomas once again, just like last year, and Person comes in second. Towns comes in 4th behind Castro by 1, but Melvin Harrison, Mark Law over 4 each, 3 for AJ Griffin. So pretty good stuff there. 1.4 for Hardy, but I still think that he gives us the best shot to win with him in our starting 5. And just what a way to close the year out. I'm curious about our team stats too. How do we do here? We had the 3rd best record in the NBA, only behind the 2 Western Conference leaders. We had the 2nd most points per game, although there was kind of a drop-off this year for pretty much the entire league scoring-wise. We'll have to adjust the sliders on those sim stats next year. And on defense, we were the 4th best defense in points per game. We had the best differential. Love seeing that. We had the 3rd best offense in terms of efficiency. 3-pointers we hit at the 5th best clip across the entire league. And free throws were actually a really big improvement this year, up to 13. And I think last year we were like bottom 10, I want to say. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But definitely an improvement there for us. Rebounds per game, we end up with a top 4 team. Assists per game, we are top 12. Steals, not so much. Blocks, only middle of the pack, but I think these last couple of months, these last couple of weeks especially, we have been the best team blocking-wise. And in terms of our bench, we get an improvement from last year. After being last place last season, we're still bottom 4, but we did go up by a lot. The Breeze must have been glitched out and play their starters for almost the entire game. I gotta fix that once the year is over. But what a way to close the year out, guys. We might just be the hottest team in basketball, which is a great sign. This playbook has done us wonders. It is why we have won several games in a row, only lost 1 of our last, 15 games? And now we're here against the Bucks in the first round as the number 1 seed. That'll do it here for me, guys. Please like the video, subscribe if you're new, comment down below your thoughts and your expectations for this team and their first playoff run, and I will see you guys next time around for the round 1 matchup against Milwaukee. Pittsburgh will host. Peace out. Have a great day.